It's your boy Sweet back at it again with this bullshit.
Hi everybody, welcome back. It's another day down here in the basement. HWHQ2, killing it.
Yeah.
Test runs of merch is coming soon. Of like us making it here. Pretty neat. Pretty excited.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure we can do everything but like hats.
News to me.
Well, yeah. It's news to everybody. I wasn't expecting to do it. I just got the urge to do it.
Kind of like being horny. You know what I mean? You just get the urge. That might have been a reach. All right. Well,
yeah.
Never mind. We'll forget about that one.
Yeah, we will.
That was a bad joke.
Key tags will be here Monday, I think. And then you all can place your orders for them. $5. Just pure $5. Oops. Forgot to put my ring back on.
Ooh.
Just $5.
Is there trouble in paradise?
No.
Do we need to know
There's
that?
definitely no trouble in paradise.
I got an idea. What do you think about team sex toys? I know Sean would be down. Sean, I know you're down for this, but what do you think? Fleshlights, dildos, vibrators.
No. Anyway.
It's got HW Racing right down the shaft. Just
every time it goes, never mind. I dignified you in response.
Oh, you turn the vibrator on, it's like a car noise. Like,
oh my god. You're the worst. You're the absolute
sounds like
worst.
the new Corvette.
Jesus. Anyway. This is episode 71. We're almost to 100, dude.
I missed the 69 joke. Fuck.
I know. I purposely avoided bringing it up.
God damn it. It's because you knew I wouldn't remember what episode we were on, so.
Yeah. Just remember to keep following us on Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all the things. We're still growing, kicking that booty. Thank you, GoPro. Thank you, Michelob Ultra. Thank you, Rogue Energy. Thank you, Philly Machining Tool, Falcon. You as well. You guys are the best. Let's do this. Go ahead. What you got?
Big party sound.
Big party sound.
Fire beads.
OGO.
Yeah.
And stack up. So stack up. We're probably gonna do. What we did last year was the 24-hour race. We did that stream.
Mm-hmm.
That isn't happening this year.
Is it coming up on a year already?
Yeah. Well, in June it will be. But they're not doing that race on iRacing.
Oh, okay.
Which I think we discussed that the title rights were bought out by another game.
Oh.
So iRacing isn't doing the 24 Hours of Le Mans. They're working on trying to do something different, whatever. So I think instead we're gonna just do the 500, Indy 500. It's gonna just be purely for stack up, and because we have like 12 cars going in.
Right. Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. So Falcon and I will work on getting us some more stack up cars. Most of them are stack up cars anyway, but some of them are Rogue. Some of them. What the hell was that?
Did that sound like a big like bubble of water? Do you?
No, that sounded like a cat falling down the stairs.
Oh.
See, that's the one thing that's bad about it, because the stairs are right here.
Oh, yeah. It could be funny, though, because if, like, something eats shit, then it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Kept it on recording. So, yeah, we'll do kind of like a little giveaway thingy like we did last year. Probably do it with, like, key tags and merch and stuff.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been almost a year since we did that.
Yeah, it'll be our huge donation stream that we run.
That
so
fucking
we'll keep you posted on that.
That was fun, but it sucked.
Yeah, this one's not 24 hours, so it would be a lot better. We can have a little more energy for it.
Like I'm proud that we were able to stick but
we didn't though.
I mean,
we did for the most part, but we were.
I'm gonna say we did.
That last hour and a half,
that was rough.
We were dead. and then I went to sleep for 3 hours, woke back up, and it was noon. And it's like, it's only noon? This sucks.
Yeah, that was rough.
But it was fun. It was kind of quiet racing-wise. We only had the NASCAR series.
Did I miss the fucking...
No, it didn't. FanDuel didn't have us post any picks or anything.
Okay.
They're starting tomorrow. We'll be back.
All right.
I don't think they do it for Saturday races, and the week before that they were off.
Oh, okay. I was like, fuck. I think I just missed something.
No, you're good. The answer for last week's trivia was 1966, and the question was, what year did Ford first win? Daytona 24, and that was 1966. The question for this week is, who's won the most at Le Mans? And that's not just overall, it's not just, GT cars, it's in total who's won the most. It's pretty wild. Anyway, that's it. There's really not much going on racing wise.
Didn't we do some shit this weekend?
We had the majors.
Oh, okay.
But I was talking about, like, the real world racing.
Oh. I was going to say, did you get that dub again?
No. I think we were second and third, seventh, and then we were third, fourth, seventh. If I'm not mistaken, top 10s all day, every day.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. I think the points might have posted. Oh, no, they don't do the points. No, maybe.
That's all that matters. Top 10s.
What?
Since all that matters is the top 10s.
Top 10s keep racking up the points. We'll never be first because the majors allows the two teams ahead of us to...
Oh, yeah, we talked about that.
...have pro drivers rack points for them, which it...
It's doo-doo.
Dog doo-doo. But it is what it is. We can't make that. We don't make the rules. We joined it while knowing those were the rules, so...
Yeah.
It's our own fault. Oh, hey, look at that. The first picture was us. So, majors went actually pretty well for us. I mean, we had a few hiccups here and there. Sean smoked the wall a few times. Eric smoked the wall a few times. I don't know if Kluge did or not. I didn't get to see a lot of his. Like, he was always kind of just chilling.
Yeah.
Until the money move needed to be happening. Well, look at these standings. Damn. No name. You're fucking killing me, majors. Okay, whatever. But, we're still... Maybe they're updating. I just don't know. We're still holding our own in the championship fight, so that's all I can ask for. And Sean, Eric, and Kluge are all going to be, I think, top 15 of the individual championships. And Sean was fighting for first. He wasn't first for since last week, or last series.
Yeah.
So we'll see how... Because he placed 7th twice this race. He smoked the wall a few times.
Nice.
But it is what it is. We got plenty. I think there's still like 15 races left.
Oh, okay.
It's very early in the championship. No worries. But we have Nurburgring next. We have, I think, 2 cars racing the Nurburgring, which is that 16-mile track.
Oh, God.
It's 8 minutes per lap.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Actually, it might even be longer now with the cars they're doing.
I remember that. Fucking that zinger.
Yeah. Last year we were... I think we were running pretty well and had some damage that iRacing said we never fixed, so they disqualified us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though we went into the pits and fixed it.
It was a glitch.
Yeah, so... The only race we didn't fully complete, which sucks.
Redemption.
Hopefully we can get us some more wins here shortly. That's always the goal, right? Our first win is coming up on a year with the 500 in May. I think it's like the 16th, which is pretty wild.
Dude, the time has been just a blur to me lately.
It's crazy how fast everything's moving.
Me and Dominique got our 1 year this weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Where the fuck did that, It's almost as if like COVID happened and it seems like everything's standing still, but it's just
It's crazy because it felt like the longest year of our lives, but it was also like the fastest year of our lives.
Yeah, I don't. That
At
was
the same time, Taylor and I talk about that all the time.
such a weird phenomena.
It feels like it's dragged. Like it still feels like it's 2020 because it's dragged on so long.
Yeah, but I just
And then
shit has gone like yeah,
like yesterday was Christmas.
yeah. And I've been working at the Red Cross for a year, which seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's fucking, because this last week when I'm trying to get out of there, now I'm just like, it's taking forever, and I'm like, fuck, can we go, please?
Right.
That enough?
It's insane. But we're always moving forward. What's our team motto?
Always be pogging.
No.
That's not it? No.
Now I begin.
Oh. That's close enough.
New starts are coming. That's kind of it for now. Just it's only 11 minutes worth of racing stuff, but you know it was a quiet 2 weeks, and I think we got Formula One is back this weekend, NASCAR's back this weekend, European Le Mans Series is back this weekend, and I think we're 2 weeks away from IMSA, 2 or 3 weeks away from IMSA. Everything's starting to come full force again. We're just kind of that beginning stages where people are like in and out for a couple weeks.
Hopefully you don't get any bullshit either, like they've straightened out all the... Oh, God damn it. Like all the restrictions.
What? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just 2 races at Watkins Glen this year.
Oh, wow. So people might get the vlog, finally?
We might get the vlog. We might get it.
God damn. I know we talked about it like, God, I was so hyped for that.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
Now we have 2 chances to make it happen.
Yeah, right.
So that'll be cool. Let's jump into the movies, man.
Okay, so I don't know what I ate last night, but my fucking bowels are burning. They're on fire.
How do you not know what you ate last night?
Well, I don't know what's causing it.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see if I make it, but
All right.
I might have to make an emergency pit stop.
When that happens, it'll immediately be like, okay, bye. We're done.
So 2 things. First of all, I got 2 movies I don't want to talk about.
Okay.
Netflix movies. But oh fuck. Oh, there's one thing that I can't remember.
I think you're beyond useless sometimes.
God damn it, my fucking memory, dude, is not there. Okay, well, one of them, I had a very unique experience with the girlfriend this past weekend.
Okay.
Have you ever gotten a pedicure?
Yeah, they're amazing.
I'm like, I was like,
Yeah.
I was so like,
It's pretty wild. Because we went in for Taylor's birthday with her cousin and Patrick. Her cousin's boyfriend or fiance, or whatever.
So this has happened recently, then, or what?
October, yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, "We're gonna go. Can you drive us there? And you guys can go and like go to a bar or whatever." Not that I'm not a huge drinker, so I was like,
right.
I'd rather not, but okay. And then they're like, "Well, wait, do you guys want to try it?" And Patrick and I were like, "Sure."
That was my first reaction. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah. And then they started, and we're like,
let me put it this way.
is amazing.
Society doesn't do a good job, okay, at making it seem okay for men to get it.
No,
Because
right.
the first thing I said when I told my father is like, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
Yeah, her grandfather said the same thing. My dad said the same thing. Did you lose your manhood? No, I actually gained more respect for myself because I can, like, I know that it's okay.
You're taking care of yourself. And I'm the first person to shoot something down and be like, no, pussy. Like,
yeah.
I'm the first person to do that. And I was like, I don't want her to go and do it alone. That's rude. So I'm going to say originally I did it for her. But
it very quickly turns into, I'm doing this for me, bitch. Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm doing this like frequently. See, I have a big fucking issue with the way my toenails grow for some reason. They like, I love to get ingrown toenails.
Same.
And it's so fucking
I
frustrating.
got mine from wrestling for as long as I did. Because my toes are fucked up from it.
Yeah, so the girl that did them was making fun of me. She's like, your toes, they grow like this. And then she like stuck her hands out and was like making fun of how my toenails grow. And I was like, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong. Just fix it.
So it looks like I'm going to them and having them do it. But I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was so like, and you know what's funny is because like you hear podiatrists and endocrinologists, people that deal with like diabetics, they're all for them. Because diabetic ulcers on your feet are like a bitch because you don't have the circulation to heal.
Yeah.
And that's what they tell my dad all the time. Like, go get your toenails done. Like, it's the simplest thing you can do, and it could save you from losing a foot.
Yeah.
And he's just like, no.
It also feels really good.
I know.
Like,
my feet have never felt
give you
like
a massage.
Yeah, I got the
scrub or whatever.
I got the toenails done. I got all the fucking dead skin off, which was ticklish. I almost kicked her in the face. I got the hot stone.
It's pretty weird. Yeah.
I got the fucking exfoliator. And I was just like, my feet were like, I was like, what the fuck is this, dude?
Yeah.
Love it. 10 out of 10 experience. Highly recommend. I don't want to hear no shit from any guy saying like, that ain't manly. Take care of yourself. Don't be gross.
Yeah, and try it before you come in.
My fingernails, like, okay, I'll do my fingernails on my own.
Yeah, no, I refuse to let people touch my hands.
I will do my
I
own
used to
fingernail.
not be like, I can't not wear, no, sorry, I said that wrong. I can't, like, if people look down and see my feet, I immediately curl them underneath so that they can't see. Because
yeah.
I don't look at my fucking nails.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah. But now I don't care.
But
like my nails
now they're taken care of, and it's wonderful.
Because
that experience was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, and it's no secret that your boy fat as fuck, kind of. Like, the only place... Okay, well, okay.
Wait, what? How can you be kinda?
Because I don't like calling myself fat.
Okay.
God damn it. Okay, I'm battling with my weight, in case people can't tell, obviously, by the way I'm talking about it. I got a gut. So fucking bending over to get my toenails is annoying. Not comfortable. Fucking...
So maybe you should...
My gut gets in the way.
Get them done. Maybe you should... That should be your drive to not have a gut.
Well, I'll get them done until I don't have a gut.
But now you're losing the drive to get it done.
No, because I'm not going to let somebody shave my nuts, so I still have to shave my own balls, which is a struggle with my gut. So there's my motivator. So
I had to turn it to that.
I'm just saying.
Had to.
But no, we went to this place in Pittsford. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a zinger. They had a massage chair.
Dude, I think we went to the same place.
I was like, what the fuck?
Was it in
It was by the Wegmans on Monroe Ave.
Dude, I think we went to the same place.
It was like New York something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. I'll ask Tay. But it's
bomb. Would you have ever expected me to do something like that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because you're a wimp when it comes to a woman. If they go,
That's
hey,
right.
let's do this, you're like, I'll get on my knees and beg to go with you.
I'm nice. That's how I put it.
Okay. You can't stand up for yourself, but that's fine.
No, I'm nice.
We'll say that. That's fine.
I appreciate their opinions. And trust me.
I do too, but it's a difference between changing your entire life and getting down on your knees all the time to suck her dick than it is to just be like, hey, I got you flowers today.
I'm not. No, I don't think of it like that.
Of course you don't, because you're the one sucking the dick.
No, I'm being nice.
Okay. Anyway, let's not get into that. I've got proof, but...
Okay. Past things that have happened doesn't count.
Yeah, they do count.
No.
And you're still doing them. It wasn't just the past. You're still doing that.
No. I'm being nice, okay?
Whatever you say. Anyway, I'm going first with my movie because I just watched it today. And I watched Assassin's Creed again for the first. It's like the fourth time I've seen it, and
I saw that a long time ago.
I think it got a bad rap. Like it's not a 10-star movie. It's not a 10 out of 10 or anything like that.
It was shit on though, wasn't
it? It was like I think it got like a 3.
Yeah.
And to me, it's more like a 7, because it brought in like the only real way of making it realistic.
I can't.
Which was cool.
Remember it, so
they basically put like an epidural and shit in, where I think in in like the Animus. In the games, you just lay in a bed, and
Yeah, you're like uploaded into a
Yeah.
computer.
where this is like you're plugged in and like stabbed, and it's
Oh.
not. It does not a great feeling until you're actually in it,
Right.
and then it's accessing the memory or the heritage that you have and the memories that come with that heritage, even though you don't necessarily have that heritage, whatever. And then it projects them into a room, and so you're basically just seeing what is in your mind and heritage and shit like that.
Okay.
It's kind of a neat way of doing it. I like that.
I love the concept of the games, even.
Right.
Like, just that whole concept of
this.
there's like a genetic historical component that you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
that ties into these like ancient cultures and shit.
Mhm.
Like, it was very good. The games I liked. Yeah, the first one I ever played actually was Black Flag,
The best
pirate
one,
one.
which was the best one.
Yeah. So
I want to play that again. I want to get it for the computer and play it when I'm on my days off. And shit.
I got one of the newest ones that are more open world.
Origin. I think you had Origin, didn't you?
Odyssey, maybe.
Which one, were they in Egypt or Greece?
I can't remember. I think it's Odyssey though. But still, I never got like I should get back into it because I never finished. Like I never.
That one's huge, and those two are huge. I didn't like
Maybe
those
it was Origin.
as much because it didn't to me it didn't feel quite the same.
Right, that's what I noticed because I played Syndicate and Black Flag, and those are very like.
Even Black Flag wasn't full on like. It was, but it wasn't. It was a lot of just like, hey, do your own thing and become a pirate.
Right.
Where like Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. See, I haven't
and
played
like the
those.
Revelations or whatever it's called. Those first 4 that came out.
Yeah.
Those were very. Hey, this is the Templar. You have to kill all of them. Don't worry about anything else. Kill them.
Right.
And stop whatever they're doing. Where there's a lot more side missions the farther along it gets.
Yeah.
And it turns into more of like, hey, you're creating your character. You're doing your own thing, which is cool. Like it's still cool. And it's still really good games. It's just.
That's just the nature of gaming over the years.
Right. It's turning into
More open.
Make it yourself. Do your own thing.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was gonna say something, but it was gonna piss a lot of people off. So
Oh, nice. So yeah,
I think it's like a 7.1.
Where'd you watch that?
YouTube TV.
Oh, I definitely remember watching it, but I don't remember anything about it.
Michael Fassbender. I liked it. It was cool because it touched just enough nostalgia, but gave me a lot of just. We're kind of separate, like trying to be separate, but with enough of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they weren't trying to be full on the game, like.
Well, we'll see what Mortal Kombat does.
Right.
Making a movie out of a game.
Because right.
Or based on a game, right? You know what I
and
mean?
a game that doesn't have like a huge story. It's literally
Yeah.
just fighting, like a 2D fighting
Right.
or whatever. Not 2D, but the
more
What's that
recent
called?
games have found a way to like put a story in it, but
what is it called? Cyber or
side scroller.
yeah, that's what it is, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're side scrollers.
But it never had like a campaign, or I mean,
Right,
it might have had a campaign, but it was just
It
like
did,
you
but it was all the
fighting.
same shit. Yeah.
Right. It wasn't like you traveling to fight someone or
Right.
whatever, which this is gonna have.
Yeah, so we'll see like how that goes. Because I'm curious about that movie if they focus so much on making it so graphic, like the games,
Yeah.
that you lose quality in other areas. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Because they were so... Like, I saw something the director said that they almost weren't allowed to release it per the studio because it was so...
Graphic.
Yeah, they had to, like, cut some stuff. So they definitely focused on getting the fatalities, which everybody loves, but it also makes me worried that their story is just going to be dog shit.
Yeah.
So,
Happens.
we'll see.
Ooh, I also watched Alien Covenant yesterday,
Oh,
which we had talked about
yeah.
previously. Because I had seen Prometheus, and then that's what brought up that conversation, was me watching Prometheus.
Yeah.
And it was okay.
That's another universe that I wish did it different, because that's interesting.
Yeah, like they have a lot of unique things that could have been way better.
Nobody's ever done a movie universe on, like, aliens. Or, like, an extraterrestrial threat.
Well, I mean, they have. That's all. Literally all Marvel is.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like a horror movie.
Yeah, right. Like a thriller.
Yeah. So.
And that they could have done it so well, but they couldn't tie all the movies together easily enough, I guess, because that sucked. Like they didn't explain a lot of things very well. But
like you could have easily done so you got like Godzilla, King Kong, MonsterVerse. Like you could have very easily done a Predator Alien universe.
Right.
Where that could have
at least.
Yeah.
The ending was pretty gnarly. And it's basically because there's those two robots.
Yeah.
Walter and David, and everybody thought David was killed by Walter because Walter's the good one.
Right.
But in fact, it was the opposite. And David took over Walter's mind or something like that. And then after he sealed everybody away for their sleep cycle to go, like, this is the end of the movie, right? So they made it out, whatever. Two of them made it out. And the colonists, that were sleeping already. He's like, bye. And she's like, oh shit, you're David. You're not Walter. Like, it was a really cool, unique twist. And he's like, goodbye. Sleep well. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And then, and it's because obviously they're all gonna die.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see more of that, like how all this came to. And they have there's a lot of cool YouTubers that go in depth on like how the aliens were made and
yeah, because Prometheus hinted at like the beginning of it, right?
Right.
And they never went.
Those white dudes.
Yeah.
The huge white aliens, whatever they were, created everything. And then so from what I gather is they created the alien itself, the monster.
Yeah.
And they also created
a xenomorph.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. And they also created the predators, so that they could watch the predators hunt the xenomorphs.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it turned out that the predators ended up being just as strong as the originals, whatever the fuck you call them.
Yeah.
And so they were like dying to them, so they shipped them off. But now the predators still do their own thing of hunting the xenomorphs.
Yeah.
But the xenomorphs also hunt the originals because they kill them half the time.
Yeah.
It's very convoluted and not explained well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that could have been so fucking cool.
Yeah. And
I think that's
they also
just
pick horrible actors and actresses.
It's also probably
except for Michael Fassbender.
It's probably also part of like just the era that they started coming out in.
Well, they started in the 80s.
Yeah, they're like, trying to make a movie series out of something that started in the 80s.
Ghostbusters
is impossible. Like, it's not going to work because it's just in the 80s they didn't care.
Now. Yeah.
Well, not only that, it's been so long, but they also didn't like their story they didn't give a fuck. Like, the original Predator said nothing about any of the story.
Yeah, no, it was just
it was literally let's have Predator hunt Arnold Schwarzenegger and there we go.
It's an alien. Oh god.
Yeah, like invisible. There was no
okay, he blew up.
And now all of a sudden they try to wrap a story into it and it's just not going to work. Yeah. So, if they rebooted the bitch just from the ground up,
right,
and did it, probably.
Which I think that's what they were trying to do with like Prometheus. Like Prometheus and Covenant were essentially the beginning of what had happened. But it can't be the beginning because those are 300 years ahead of now. And they had Schwarzenegger's film in the 80s when he had all of that same weaponry. They were in, like, they had just gotten back from Vietnam or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Silly.
No.
It's tough.
They could be good, yeah. No, I know what you mean, though.
I'd give Covenant like a 6-8. It could have been really good, but the actors are terrible. The aliens look pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But you barely get to see them.
Another classic, like, yeah, you're trying to...
This movie's about these things, and then it's...
You never see them.
Yeah. And when you do see them, they're either dying or
it's a quick... for 5 seconds.
It's a quick, bite your head off shit done, which she does. The little shit bites the girl's head off, and then that's it, and then she carries on.
Yeah, you need to satiate my palate better.
Also, like... So David brings the captain of the ship into a little basement area, and it has four face hugger
sucker things, yeah.
Like they're eggs in it, And he goes, it's perfectly safe. Now, that's the second time he said it's perfectly safe. The first time, an alien made it into the compound that he said it was perfectly safe. So, obviously, he doesn't know what perfectly safe is, or he's playing you like a fiddle.
Yeah.
Right? So, why would you go closer to the face huggers? Maybe you'd be like, nah, I'm out. I don't know what this world is. I'm out. See ya. And then you back out, and then he's fucked because he needs a human body to go down there and get eaten.
Well, but that's like the very, like, when you're talking about any of these, like, space movies like this.
Oh, there's so many avoidable things.
Yeah, and everybody's like, this is weird. Let's go look. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Right. When you get a transmission in the middle of space,
You turn
shit's
the fuck
fucked.
around.
No, you go
and go home.
You go where you're supposed to be going, not to a completely different planet.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh fuck, something bad happened." You fucking like,
Stupid.
yeah, it's too predictable.
Yeah.
At a point, it's just too like, oh, something random's gonna happen, and they're gonna be like, science, and then they're gonna go look for it, and they're all gonna die.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
And that's exactly how that movie went.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got?
So, I want to find the name of... So, the one I watched last night, and then there was one that I watched a couple days ago. The one that I watched a couple days ago, I hated because I watched it over the course of 3 days because I kept falling asleep. It was just so fucking... So, the one that I watched last night was Spencer Confidential with Mark Wahlberg.
That was a good movie.
I'll talk about that one. And then the other one was Sniper Ghost Shooter.
They made another sniper movie.
And that's exactly what I was just going to say. It's on the top 10 of Netflix. And it was gutter water.
Like top 10 trending
Yeah.
because people are watching it.
Yeah.
'Cause that's like the 7th sniper movie.
It's just so... It's an hour and 40 minutes.
That's also a series that they try to make out of an 80s film.
Yeah.
With Tom Bergeron or whatever his name is.
The only two sniper movies that ever... Well, the one of them isn't even really a sniper movie. But... Obviously American Sniper.
Yeah.
That's a good movie. And then Shooter with Mark Wahlberg. That's not really a sniper movie, but
yeah.
I'm
not talking about that though. I'm talking like Sniper is an actual series. Like
I didn't know
Sniper
that.
is a film.
Oh, yeah, that I didn't. This one was fucking shit. So I'm gonna do the sniper one first. First of all, the only reason why I stayed watching the movie is because they did this like cool thing in there where it's dudes in the Middle East. It's a group of snipers in the Middle East fighting ISIS terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to protect this pipeline in Georgia. Like at this Georgian pipeline.
Okay.
And one of the first interactions they have with this group of ISIS people is their leader is like their leader is a sniper, and he's like the ghost shooter. And the reason why they say he's the ghost shooter is because he was able to kill 2 of the snipers from the team, like in an impossible way. They're like, there's no way he could have found us. How did he do this? He had to have had coordinates on us or something in order to see where we were. And then the one guy accuses somebody of like selling him out.
Okay.
So that was like the hook that kept me in it. Like, okay, so somebody's dirty. So somebody's feeding this ISIS dude coordinates so he could pick off the American sniper team.
Right.
So I'm all for it. So then after he accuses somebody, he gets sent off on a probation because he, told somebody off and wasn't supposed to. And then comes back and finds out that when he comes back, he does this under-the-table meetup with the leader of the ISIS group. He wasn't supposed to. And he's asking them, who gave you the coordinates? And the dude is just like, oh, Allah, my God guides my hand, But you can see in the background, one of his cronies has this, like, computer and what looks like a walkie-talkie. And what they're doing is they're hacking into the drone network and using the drones that the U.S. troops are using to pick up on their heat signatures. So he says something to the higher ups, and they're like, "No, it's not possible. There's no way they could get in without a key." So they're still saying like somebody had to have given them access somehow.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, nobody ever brings that up.
That's never brought back up.
Nope. You don't know if somebody fed him.
That's annoying.
You don't know if anybody was feeding him. Like, you don't know who was feeding him details. Yeah. You don't know anything. The one dude was just like, they're picking up on our heat signatures, ditch the vest, because they had GPS vests, so they ditched the vests, which means that the sniper dude couldn't see him. And then they grounded all the drones, so they didn't have eyes in the sky, and then, wow, they won. And that was it. And I was just like, the one thing that kept me in this movie you didn't fucking explain. Who was dirty?
Yeah.
Who was giving him information? And you never said it.
Oh, the standings just came in.
Oh.
Sean is P1, Eric is P3, Kluge's P10.
There we go.
Let's fucking go.
So I was like, fuck this movie. I'm so pissed. It was,
yeah, that sounds terrible.
It was really bad.
What do you give
it? Very generic 3.
3.
It's a very generic.
Still better than Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Fuck Wonder Woman, dude. But then the other movie was redeeming. Was the
Spencer Confidential.
Yeah.
And it had Post Malone in it.
Yeah. That was funny. It was such a good, like, it was a very stereotypical dirty cop. Ends up being like your old partner kind of beat.
Yeah.
But I was still a fan
and
of
like
it.
It starts with the non-corrupt cop being the good guy.
Yeah.
And being mistreated or whatever, and then all of a sudden
I like when they explained why he beat the shit out of the captain.
Right.
Because in the beginning they just showed him going to jail for beating the shit out of his captain, but he had a reason, and then eventually they show the reason why, and it just comes out as this like whole scheme, this whole dirty scheme.
He's killing
people. And it was just good because at the end of the movie somebody was saying like the fire truck captain was getting hauled away, saying that he set fire on purpose. And he's like, I got 2 kids, there's no way I'd do this.
Yeah.
And then Mark Wahlberg's character's like, I went to school with him, and then he gets that like zoned in, and he's like zoning out
into a PI.
Yeah. He starts zoning out everybody, and the Henry dude was funny, the old guy.
Yes.
He's like, don't do it. Stop. Change the channel. He's telling me to change the channel. He was really funny.
Yeah. I liked his character.
The funniest scene I think he had, because it was a good mix of funny and like serious.
Right. Yeah, it was like an action comedy almost.
But it wasn't overdrawn, like it wasn't drawn out, kind of like the what's the one with Chris Rock? Not Chris Rock, The Rock, and
Central
Kevin
Intelligence.
Hart. Yeah, it wasn't like that. Like that one is
comedy.
Funny comedy, but it also has like a serious undertone. This is like a serious movie with a little bit of comedy.
Yeah.
Which I like better.
Yeah.
Because it's more serious.
It's more like when movies are like that, it keeps me watching the movie. Where when movies are like the Central Intelligence,
you're just waiting for the next punchline.
Yeah, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna go do some stuff. I'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
And finish it.
Yeah. So I was very like hooked into this movie. It was very good. But the one part that Henry had that made me fucking piss my pants is when they captured him and they answered him, or Mark Wahlberg answered the phone. And he's like, hey, I got Henry. And Henry's in the background. He's like, hang up the fucking phone. He's just like telling him to hang it up.
Yeah.
He's like, don't worry about me. Hang up the fucking phone.
I'm an old guy.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
it's
it.
really, like the way he
that really
doing
was
it
like
really
a
funny.
super underrated movie that came out. I would like to. I'm probably gonna try and watch Mile 22.
He looked older,
Who did?
Mark. So it's got to be newer.
Because it's like 2 years old. If that.
Yeah.
And I believe that Mile 22 came out prior to that, so you kind of bulked up, and then was for Spencer was normal, like back to his size.
Yeah.
And Mile 22 has like Ronda Rousey and all them in it,
Oh, okay.
so it's kind of
I might watch it too.
yeah, it's gonna be kind of just like one of those not expendable movies, I think.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm gonna watch that.
But no, that was pretty good. I'm gonna give that one a 7.9.
Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah, it was good, and it had its. I think my biggest beef is it's like there's so many of those movies out there.
Yeah.
You know, Dirty Cop. You know, the whole whatever, but it was good. The fucking big dude. His roommate,
Um,
Hawk.
that is
He played in Black Panther, didn't he?
yes, he's the
The other tribe leader or whatever.
I can't think of what his name. I had his name, and I just couldn't remember it now.
Yeah. So he did really good. Fucking leveled somebody through a brick wall. He's like, yes.
Yeah, that was great.
But
And
yeah,
we had a yellow Corvette.
yeah. I thought it was green when they were watching like the camera footage. It looked fucking green. I was like, ooh, that's sharp. But it was yellow.
Of
And I
course,
was like,
the green was sharp.
I like that green, dude. Fuck. I'm sleepy today.
Me too.
There was something else I feel like I was going to tell you, but I can't
I
remember.
also had something I wanted to talk. It was about sports, and I can't remember. Obviously, we have Edelman. Edelman's retiring.
Oh, yeah. James Conner the fuck out of Pittsburgh. Thank God.
Yeah, overrated.
Thank fuck. Not
He
good.
He got your playoff team, right? He was handed the playoff team that Le'Veon and Antonio Brown carried.
Yeah.
They both left that same fucking year. So he had everything he needed to be a good running team because you guys had no receivers.
Right.
And you guys had a good offensive line, and you guys ran the ball well. And you guys made the playoffs, I think, that year as well.
Yeah.
But and then lost because you guys suck. And then this year, they tried to use him in the first two games that same way, and they couldn't.
No.
Because, one, Ben can't throw the ball anymore, so they're like, we'll just run stop you because that's all you got. And then James had like a shit. He couldn't run the ball.
Okay, here's my thing. He
He had a good story.
I love, yeah, oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, and I don't want to shit on him personally, because he's not like, Juju, who I fucking can't stand his personality.
Right.
You know, I just don't think he's that good of a running back.
Yeah.
And maybe he'll do better with a different team. Who knows?
Well, when you have Kyler and you have DeAndre Hopkins and people that you have weapons surrounding you,
yeah,
you have a better chance of being better yourself.
yeah, because you're gonna go in and people aren't gonna focus on you. They're gonna focus on
Well, they're always going to focus on DeAndre.
Yeah. So, maybe he'll do better. Different team, sure. My thing with Ben, he's done well over the years, but
Time to go.
yeah, just cash it in, brother. Like,
Yeah.
we need to make moves, I think, because you're going to need to rebuild.
It got Dwayne Haskins. What do you mean you're all set?
Oh, yeah.
I'm kidding. That's not a good option.
Oh, yeah. No. You're going to need somebody. So
Definitely.
you need to kind of cut your loss. And, at least where I have to give Belichick credit is, he knew eventually Tom was going to be done. And he wasn't going to ride that until the very end.
Well, he didn't want to. He wanted Garoppolo to take over for him.
Yeah.
Before his last contract restructure.
So.
But then Kraft was like, no.
Yeah.
Brady's staying. And then the GM was told to trade away Garoppolo and trade away Brissett because those two were just as good as each other, right?
Yeah.
And they're like mediocre, really.
Yeah.
But in that offense, they're good.
And I think everybody gets pissed at or finds it weird. At least I initially found it weird that Belichick and Brady were like kind of beefing a little bit. Like they don't hate each other, but they were beefing a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't blame Belichick for doing what he's doing. He's responsible for making a winning franchise.
And he did.
And he did, and he knows that eventually this man's going to retire, and he knows that the team rides off of him.
Yeah.
And he's got to make.
And look what he did this year. He let the team kind of suck. He knew it was going to be an off year.
Yeah, people are like, "Oh, he's not the best coach because when Brady leaves, he all of a sudden sucks." And it's like, no, I don't think that's it at all. I think arguably he's one of the best coaches, at least in the league right now,
if not period.
I'm gonna say probably of all time.
Yeah.
Because he acknowledges that he's going to need to rebuild post Tom Brady, and he said, "You know what? No, I'm just gonna cut it now." And start doing it before he retires.
A lot of his guys had contracts ending. A lot of his guys were traded away.
Yeah.
Kyle Van Noy re-signed with someone else, and then Then they released him, and he's like, haha, I have all this cap space that I've been saving.
Right.
Thank you, next.
Yeah.
Kyle Van Noy comes back. His defensive leader is back.
Yeah.
And then he goes out and buys 2 tight ends, receivers.
I'm curious to see. You know what's funny is like I don't
think
like the Patriots.
He still has a top 15 pick.
Yeah, I don't like the Patriots, but I love good coaching, and I'm kind of becoming a Belichick stan.
Yeah.
Because if he fucking pulls this off, he might arguably be one of the smartest coaches. And like when you look at him, you look at him and he's like,
I'm gonna kind of love if he takes back the East.
Yeah,
it would be hilarious because all of these Bills fans are gonna be like, "What the
right?
We have
like
the best team in the world."
And I'm just like, I'm kind of, I'm loosening up, but like, I'm okay with Brady. Like he's good, and I just don't think I like the combo of Brady and the Patriots together.
Yeah.
For some unknown reason, I did not like that. But now that they've split, agreed. I kind of respect both a little more now, and I don't know why that is, but I just it's funny because like you look at Belichick, you're like, he's a bum. Like he just looks like a fucking bum.
But that's just him not caring and being like, I don't need to.
But
I don't
he
need
knows
to be fancy as shit to be
a
coach.
He reminds me a lot of Moran.
Definitely.
And that's where I think that's why I resonate with him so much, because that's my
he's a hard
style.
ass, but he's also like
that's
sarcastic.
my style of coaching. Like I love that shit.
Yeah,
it's funny.
And there's always a bigger play going on. Hey,
so
I'm gonna run the ball here because I want the ball at least this point so that I can do this play that's gonna get me into the end zone. And sure enough, most of his drives when you don't have Cam Newton as a quarterback are that style.
And how off the wall is it that your team kind of fucking sucks, and you get higher up on the draft order, and you can get somebody that could make you a franchise team again? Like, that's not
right.
I'm not saying that you're going to spend a whole season to blow it so you can get top of the...
Which we did. Colts did when we got Andrew.
I mean, yeah.
We went 1 and whatever so we could get Andrew.
But at a certain point, you have to understand, like, strategy. It's not like college football where guys are just going to play for 3-4 years and then you're going to lose them.
Yeah.
Like, you have dudes for years so long as you could pay them.
Yeah.
So you have time to maybe, I don't know, flub a year and get...
Right. He knows that Cam Newton is not the future.
No.
He can't be.
But he's a cheap,
mediocre
cheap, substitute.
Smart. Like, Cam Newton knows his shit.
Yeah, and he has experience in the league.
And he's still fast enough to evade people and hold his own.
Yeah.
He can throw the ball somewhat. He can't throw it deep.
Right.
Like he used to be able to.
So...
But he was a fucking an MVP. Yes, his attitude showed during the Super Bowl that he's got a shit attitude.
Yeah.
Sure. And, I think last year he battled COVID a lot. Or he battled COVID for a while at least. So he lost a lot of weight and was kind of out of it. But their team around him sucked.
Yeah.
Because everybody, he only had Edelman, and Edelman was
maybe
I don't want to play here anymore.
Maybe that's the thought. Like, if you get a good enough team around him, it can kind of bump him up a little bit.
Look what happened at Carolina. Carolina sucked, and then they actually built the team together and had a good coach, and they went to the Super Bowl. Yeah, they sucked in the Super Bowl, but they still went.
I don't remember that Super Bowl at all.
I do. I remembered how disappointed I was.
Oh, can we talk about fucking real quick the Space Jam movie?
Did you watch it?
No, I'm not going to watch it.
Oh, it's not.
I'm talking about the new one.
I
just wanted to say I'm not going to watch it because it has LeBron James in it.
Oh, okay.
That's all I was going to say.
All right.
Cool. It's kind of like the list has I hate Wonder Woman, I hate
Talk
Joker.
into the mic, you fool.
I hate Joker, and then what was the other one that was really bad?
Oh shit.
Coming to America.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hate those 3 movies, but then at the bottom of that, I hate LeBron James. That's just...
That's fair. That's fair. I can't stand him.
First of all, the movie trailer called him King James, and I fucking...
That's gotta be his own doing. Like, you're just making his ego bigger and bigger and bigger. I get it. He is the best player in the league right now.
What other fucking,
But I don't...
What other Hall of Famer for any sport acts like that, though?
Like a child? Laughable?
Nobody... Tom Brady doesn't do that. I can't think of who would be like an example for baseball. I'm not a baseball guy.
Like A-Rod.
Does he act like that?
No, he's married to J-Lo. He doesn't need to.
You know what I mean, though? Like, he doesn't...
Like, he just bought them. Like, that's all he does is, like, he buys things and, like, creates a... Like, he has... I think it's, like, A-Rod Corp. And, like, what he's like, bettering himself and the people around him by making them all more money.
Like, I just don't understand.
LeBron James literally is just on Twitter, like...
Bitching about...
everything.
Shit, and it's like, you're the best. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. My biggest thing is, like, he preaches... like equality and stuff, which absolutely I agree with.
Yeah,
Equality,
let's go.
But then he pays his employees 2 cents to make his shoes. So I don't know how we're gonna say he's a great example when he's not.
No, he fucking
fuck that guy.
You know who's a good example?
Not Jeremy Lin. What's his name? Is it
Shaq. When he bought that dude's ring, did you see that going on?
Yeah, I did just see that. That was cool.
Oh, I remember the other thing I wanted to talk about.
What was it?
All right, quickly, can I blow off Dave Portnoy real quick?
Here we go.
Have you been up to date on the podcast?
Yes.
Okay. This man is a genius. He has gotten me, a 24-year-old, interested in 18-year-old kid drama.
You talk about the Josh and Jaden thing?
Yes.
Yes.
How the fuck is that possible?
I spent like 45 minutes the other night trying to figure out if they were like together or not.
Did you see that shit that came out yesterday?
Yeah. And
I found out about that because I think I saw it on... Like, they made an Instagram post about it.
Yeah.
Showing, like, it showed the bit of Josh saying, like, Dave was like, do you think they've hooked up? And then Josh is like, no, 100% no. And then it shows the two of them together. And she was, like, hugging up on him. Yeah. And I was like, ooh. So I was, like, 30 minutes last night. And then I thought about it afterwards. And I'm like, you fucker. You smart motherfucker.
Now you're invested.
You smart motherfucker. He knows that he's got an audience of older people, but he has somehow successfully made me give a shit about 18-year-olds on TikTok. Yeah. How?
Yeah.
Like,
it's pretty wild.
I was like, I felt like a little girl in high school talking about like high school drama. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Why am I enjoying this?
Yeah. It's so crazy, dude. I was just like, no fucking way. And then
a lot of it's just like, oh, I've been there. I understand. I get that, you know, and so it's relatable.
And then Alex Cooper from the Call Her Daddy had the girl that accused, I guess, the girlfriend.
Accused Jaden of cheating or whatever.
Yeah. So she's doing the same shit of like.
Yeah.
Like these, I
They're
feel
feeding
like
off each other.
I feel like somehow the TikTok kid like community and the kids are all like, oh, this is great exposure,
mm-hmm.
but Barstool and like all of Barstool, Dave and Alex Cooper and they're taking it serious, but it just feels like one big joke.
Yeah,
like it just feels.
We're
like,
all laughing at them.
Yeah, it just feels like
it
just feels like Barstool is successfully making fools out of these kids.
Definitely.
While working with them,
definitely.
Like
the guys on Part of My Take are like all they do. Their whole goal at Barstool is just to make whoever the subject is of their particular podcast, their particular blog, whatever it is, and make fun of them.
Yeah,
and make light of life. Because one of the guys on Part of My Take is like they're kind of friends with DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
His name is. And they go on Twitter and like fight each other like, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. I'm better than you. And DK's like, are you in the NFL? No. I'm better than you.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can jump triple my height or whatever. Just fucking with them. And they all get so riled up. It's hilarious.
It's funny because I saw KFC do his 1 minute man take.
Oh my god. He's like, why do I care?
Yeah, he's like because that was that's my thought about it. Like, why do I give a shit?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why. But he did that jokingly, too, because he knows that it's getting, you know. And it's funny to hear Dave talk about, like, how he started. And when he first started the business, there was MySpace. And he has successfully been able to keep that son of a bitch growing throughout all of the media platforms. Mm-hmm. And I think the reason why this hits with me so much is because I'm watching it happen. And I'm watching him transition his audience.
Yeah.
and he might look like just an asshole or an idiot or like a frat boy, but he's so fucking smart.
So yeah, and
he knows exactly what he's doing.
Now his company reaches literally almost every single demographic.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
He's got the girls with Cooper, and there's another podcast that they just hired a new person for. That's kind of like it's like an empowerment thing.
Oh yeah.
He's got the sports guys with PMT.
Yeah.
And even KFC, sometimes they talk about sports and stuff too. They have a movie podcast. They have the TikTokers or like the young kids stuff.
Yeah.
They've got the veterans with Zero Blog 30.
Yeah.
They've got everybody.
I'm like, you sir are a fucking genius.
If I really wanted to, it would have. I could spend each day, like, that's all I would have to watch was just go to the Barstool and see what
different. Yeah.
Because they have every topic that I pay attention to.
Yeah.
I'm sucked in.
Yeah. And that's
they've got UFC, a specific UFC one. They got.
Yeah. That's all I wanted to say about that, but I just wanted to, like, round of applause.
They have a racing one too.
Damn it.
Well, they've had one for a while, since 2 years ago. I don't think it's as big because NASCAR will, unfortunately.
Do they have a stupid one? Because we could be the stupid one.
A lot of them are pretty stupid.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know.
Anyway, thank you all for listening as usual. We ramble a lot, and especially that last little bit when we're sucking off everybody.
Yeah. It's just good. It's good, wholesome content.
I don't think that's right. We'll hopefully be back next week with a lot more racing news and some stories and stuff. But just keep doing us. We've got Mike is recording our Hot Lap Friday this week at, I think it's Road America. We are live. I said we were going to be live Monday, Wednesday, Sunday. And then I fucked that all up. Or Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. I fucked it all up already this week. Wednesday I'll be live. So today, I'll be live tomorrow when you guys are listening. Or it'll be today for you guys. And then I'll be live Sunday night. And then we'll be back to kind of our normal schedule. We just had some stuff happen Monday, so I didn't have time. So.
Nice.
Yeah. Here we are.
Sweet.
All right. Thank you. Key tags coming in. Merch coming in. Support us whenever you can, if you want. Okay.
Oh,
there it goes.
Oh,
okay.
camera goes. Bye.
Bye. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.